Hello, YouTube, and wherever else I may put this, but I'm currently on a teaching rant today, so I have to let it all flow. So, if this is your first time coming to the page, make sure you hit that like button and you also subscribe to it. It's been a while, but I really do spiritual teaching and spiritual lectures. So, just want a quick overview of what's going on today. So, right now, I did a Instagram post. So, I'm Flo the Magician, and the magician is spelled Majkian. I'll probably have it in the notes here once I put this up fully, but I just did things about intellectual property and the law of mentalism. So I did a whole lecture. Really, it was pretty long. I don't know if everyone will sit through it, but on the Kabbalion. But one of the first rules is like all is mental and everything is mental. So what I want to let you all know is that we are currently in the fourth dimension and we are moving to the fifth. But they have a lot of you guys operating in two dimensions. So, like, that's 2D. So, black versus white, Democrat versus Republican. It's either this or that. In reality, like, the people with the knowledge, I can't even say the powers that be because, like, again, it's whoever's mind to open, they'll see, right? So, the people that are trying to hide the knowledge from people already know this. So you're fighting battles. They're keeping you in a two-dimensional level. You're fighting for D battles. And so, but the fourth plane, I speak of this to say the fourth plane is the mental plane. So that's why I say everything is mental. The universe is mental. So I did this post about intellectual property, and the most important thing value you can have is your mental value. I was talking about also declining dollar. So that fiat currency, that fake currency, I mean, it didn't have no value, but it really has no value now. And even the banks are starting to operate and change. And it's been already your money, your currency that you've been used to, like, you actually have to go to the ATM and like check out a currency note, a fiat currency note. But in reality, it's been in the fourth dimension for a while now, ever since credit cards. So everything is bzz, bzz, bzz. If you ever seen The Wolf of Wall Street, like there's everything is in computers in the cloud and bits and zeros. So your currency is already like in the cloud, which is the fourth dimension. It's already in the mental plane. So you need to kind of shift your thinking. So what I was telling the people to do is provide value. Make sure that you're valuable and have wisdom and knowledge. And then again, I'm a spiritualist first. So being a spiritualist, I already seen all this. The fourth plane, the air element, technology, that's air. So that's why they're doing all this stuff like, okay, they're doing 5G and all this stuff to decrease your frequency, right, and bring you down. But the entire earth, right, is moving up. She's moving up her frequency. And some of the people that I watch that helped me a lot. And I'm always going to give a shout out to people that give knowledge. And there's some of the reasons why I speak because, especially since they start speaking, there's a lot of people that are like supposedly spiritualists, but they're charlatans. They just want to be like celebrities and stuff, and they just want to be cool. But I always want to give a shout out to people that helped me and mold me. And then why I have to get out and speak because they were honest and they didn't care about fame or being celebrity. Because at the end of the day, again, the universe is mental. You can create your own reality, so you don't need to fake out anything. Just have your manifestation needs to be powerful enough that you could just manifest, think, create your reality. Believe that's what magic is. The magician, that's what true magic is being able to think something and create it, bring it down from, again, y'all operate in 2D, but bring it down from a fourth, fifth mental level of dimension and bring it down to full blown manifestation on this plane. That's how all this works. So there's no need to like you could influence people, inspire them to do the right thing in the build. But there's no reason if you really know the laws of the universe and how things to work to like sit out here and be scamming people because you could just do it mentally. Your mental aptitude is not strong enough, so you need to be like scamming people. But long story short, so Bobby Hemmett, go up, Google, YouTube, look at him. The 13th Son, he was really great, progressed me into my veganism. So mind, body, spirit, like you know. As books reading the Kabbalah, the Seven Hermetic Principles, the Kabbalion. Those are great. And if you could find it, it's very expensive. But The Magician by Philip Cooper, Effective Things on Magic. So again, he talks about the mentalism and deprogramming. Why do you think they spend so much money on movies and all this stuff to control your mind. This is where all the power is. So like same thing with Gucci and all the stupid stuff. They got you so focused on stupid. It's all entire marketing scheme and marketing plan to shift your focus into your intention. The old programming model is still same thing. They just took what was television, right? Tele, where they forecast your vision, but they just moved that to, it's still the same, to a different medium. It's a smaller box, which is your iPhone, which is your smartphone. So they took that same program, they take these same patterns, the same social engineering that they do in movies, that they do in TV and blah, and they shifted it to the new thing. So some of the stuff they even think is being viral is like actually planted. So just take a break from all that. Think for yourself. Like I said, the most dangerous thing you can have and the most powerful thing you can have is your intellectual property. And then when people realize, wow, I create my own reality. I'm not a victim or subject to the circumstance. You speak differently, you act differently. You don't live in a frequency of fear. Like fear is one of the lowest frequencies that you can have. It's sporadic. It's a crazy vibration that's very low. When there's abundance, right, there can't be scarcity. There's lack. They're opposites, right? So vibrate at love, vibrate at a much higher frequency. And I'm not saying don't protect yourself and don't be aware of scammers and the people that are out there trying to get you and all that stuff like that. But the higher your frequency is, the harder it is for people to touch you, and because your awareness is like insane. You're aware, okay, that someone's coming to you, oh, their intentions are negative, or this is a so-called agent above. But you're aware, you don't, like I said, when you vibe at the higher reality, you realize, okay, first of all this is fake, right? I've been quoted this a lot. This is all a dream. It's all fake anyway. It's all the mind, right? And when you figure out, like, oh, this is the mind, then you take things differently. You even take depth differently. So, like, I want to speak in knowledge because you have to think beyond. When they talk about higher frequencies, you have to think beyond yourself, right? So even per se, if you did die or something for speaking knowledge or whatever, what about your kids? What about the people? You need to build an environment for them where their truth is, and like they take your DNA, they take they take whatever blueprint that you left, and they elevate it, right? This is the age of enlightenment. So whether you like it or not, Earth is going to shift. Doesn't matter how much they try to damage it, the 5G, blah blah. Earth is going to shift, and there's going to be people that evolve. And oh yeah, YP Young Pharaoh as well. Follow him. So that's what he's talking about too. He talked about this 13 so I talked about this years ago, around 2012 when I first got into knowledge. But there's going to be a shift of people that involve in the DNA that go to the 7, go to the higher octaves, which becomes 13. And there's going to be another shift of people that devolve. Like where you are, it depends on what the programming that you choose to intake. And it first starts mental, then it goes to physical, because you understand mentalism controls everything, right? So, but yeah, check him out. Definitely last one on like electrons and touch and not really feeling things and not really being here, and then you could really experience yourself like as a more aware and expanded conscious person. Like you realize, okay, I've been here several cycles, and I'm just my soul ka, right, is just in this ba, which is like a vessel, this body, and I'm truly just a spiritual being that's experienced itself several multiplicities, several times, actually on several dimensions. So right now, so you could, you know, think of things in that way and expand yourself that way. Just know, okay, at this point, this is just, I'm in a BMW right now. You know what I'm saying? If you think about it like a car, this is what I meant at this time. And then you think about why Buddhist people and all these people, are so enlightened, because they understand, okay, I am not the body, right? I swear to God, it's just like Avatar. Both avatars, the Avatar, the cartoon, and Avatar, actually, this Avatar, so the movie with the blue people, which are really black people. But peace and love. Um, Understand this again. Value, value, value. Mind, value, value, value. They have you stuck on black and white. Basically, that's why they do all this, because it's so much bigger than black and white. Like, the reality is they have you stuck on two-dimensional thinking, because they do not want you either black or white or whatever. Like, they do not want you to rise to a higher dimension. It's so much so they're going to keep you fighting because that keeps you at a lower frequency, right? The higher you rise, the less control they have because they realize, oh wow, they understand it, they get this, they understand the knowledge that we tried to hide all this time. There's the age of current, like I said, the whole earth is shifting. There's nothing they can do about it, but it's either like you get on board or you don't. Peace and love.